Have you ever wondered if your body is trying to tell you something, but you're just too busy to hear it? We brush off the tiredness, we chalk up the irritability to stress, the sugar cravings, just a bad day. But what if these everyday annoyances are actually signs, urgent whispers from your body, begging for nutrients it desperately needs? Our bodies are intelligent, but they don't speak in words, they speak in signals. And when you're low on key vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, those signals become louder, more frequent, and harder to ignore. Let's talk about fatigue. Not the kind you get from a late night, but the kind that no amount of coffee can fix. This could be your body saying, I need B vitamins, I need iron, I need magnesium. Without those, your cells can't generate energy. It's like trying to start your car with no fuel in the tank. And brain fog? That mental cloud that makes it hard to focus or remember simple things. That could be a sign you're low in B12, DHA, or choline. In the book The Ultramind Solution by Dr. Mark Hyman, he calls the brain a nutritional organ. What you feed it, literally, determines how well it functions. Now, let's talk about cravings. When your body screams for sugar or salt, it's not because it's weak, it's because it's missing something. Sugar cravings often mean you're low on chromium or magnesium. Salt cravings can indicate adrenal fatigue or electrolyte imbalance. The craving isn't the problem, it's the clue. Look at your hair and nails. Are they brittle? Are you seeing more hair in the shower drain than usual? That could be a biotin deficiency. Or you're not getting enough protein to build keratin, the foundation of hair and nails. Your appearance is your body's billboard. It shows the world how well you're nourished. Ever had a muscle cramp that stopped you in your tracks? That's not just bad luck. It's often your body screaming for magnesium or potassium, two minerals that work behind the scenes to help your muscles contract and relax properly. If you're low, even your heartbeat can become irregular. And then there's your skin. Acne, dryness, premature aging. These are not just cosmetic issues. They're often red flags. Low zinc levels, not enough omega-3 fatty acids, too much sugar, and not enough antioxidants. Skin problems are usually internal issues showing up externally. Mood swings, anxiety, even depression. These aren't always purely psychological. Sometimes they're nutritional. Low vitamin D can mimic depression. Lack of omega-3s can affect neurotransmitter function. In Grain Brain by Dr. David Perlmutter, he explains how the brain is shaped, moment, by what we eat and don't eat. Now think about how often you catch colds, or how long it takes you to recover from a simple illness. That's your immune system giving you a performance review. If you're low in zinc, vitamin D, or vitamin C, you're fighting with a dull sword. No wonder the viruses win. But here's the good news. Your body can recover. Nutrients are the raw materials of life. When you give your body what it needs, it rebuilds. It doesn't matter if you're 25 or 65. Cells renew, energy returns, focus sharpens, the fog lifts, the cravings fade. You don't need a degree in nutrition to fix this. You just need awareness. Start with real food. Leafy greens, wild-caught fish, eggs from pasture-raised chickens, fermented vegetables, healthy fats, and when necessary, high-quality supplements, not to replace food, but to support it. Listen to your body. It's not broken, it's underfed, and once you learn the language of nutrients, you'll realize the signals were there all along, begging to be heard. Nutrient deficiencies often show up as subtle signs before they become serious problems. That's the truth most people miss. We're trained to think that unless something is obviously wrong, like a broken bone or a high fever, we're fine. But the body doesn't operate that way. It gives us early warning signs, quiet indicators, tiny whispers, hoping we'll notice before things spiral. Take a moment and think about how many people live with daily exhaustion, dry skin, thinning hair, mood changes, trouble sleeping, and assume it's just aging, stress, or normal life. But those things aren't random. They're often your body's way of tapping you on the shoulder, saying, I'm running low on what I need. You don't wake up one day with chronic illness out of nowhere. It builds. It starts small. Maybe you stop dreaming at night. That can be a sign of B6 deficiency. Maybe you bruise more easily, possibly low vitamin C. Maybe you feel colder than everyone else. That could be low iron or a sluggish thyroid needing selenium or iodine. What's important is recognizing that these signals matter. They're not inconveniences to ignore. They're messengers. And if you respond early, you can often reverse the course. You can restore what's missing before damage is done. The body has a hierarchy. It prioritizes survival over comfort. If nutrients are scarce, it'll reroute resources. Take calcium from bones to keep your heart beating, rob energy from your muscles to protect the brain. You may feel weak, but that's your body making hard choices. It's doing its best with what it has. What makes this so powerful is the realization that prevention doesn't come from waiting for a diagnosis. It comes from listening early, hearing the whispers before they become screams. Nutrient deficiencies are correctable, but only if you notice the signs and act. So when you feel off, even in small ways, that's not your body failing you, that's your body communicating with you. Learn to listen, learn the language, because it's not about chasing symptoms, it's about feeding systems. And once the body has what it needs, it will do what it was designed to do: heal. Fatigue and brain fog can be symptoms of vitamin B deficiencies. And this isn't just about feeling a little tired after a long day. This is that deep, unshakable exhaustion. The kind that makes it hard to get out of bed in the morning, the kind that lingers even after a full night's sleep. When your body is low in B vitamins, especially B1, B6, B12, and folate, it struggles to convert food into usable energy. Your cells are literally starved for fuel, and the result is that dragging, heavy feeling that no amount of caffeine can fix. But it's not just physical, there's a mental toll too. B vitamin deficiencies can lead to that hazy, disconnected state we call brain fog. You might forget where you put your keys, you can't focus in conversations, words escape you. It's frustrating, and it can make you doubt yourself, your sharpness, your potential. But it's not a character flaw, it's chemistry. Think of your brain as a power grid. B vitamins are the electricians, keeping the circuits running, making sure every neuron is firing. Without them, the lights dim. Neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and GABA, those crucial mood and focus regulators, can't be produced efficiently. The result? Mood swings, anxiety, even depression. And here's the critical part. These deficiencies are often invisible on the surface. You don't need to be malnourished or underweight to be deficient. You can eat plenty of food and still lack these essential nutrients if the quality is poor, the digestion is weak, or if stress is depleting you faster than you're replenishing. Modern life adds fuel to the fire: high-carb, low-nutrient diets, processed foods stripped of B vitamins, chronic stress that burns through them like dry wood in a fire, alcohol, sugar, caffeine. All of these increase the need for B vitamins but offer none in return. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires attention. Eggs, leafy greens, nutritional yeast, liver, wild-caught fish. These foods are nature's multivitamins, packed with bioavailable B vitamins. And for some people, especially those with absorption issues or certain genetic conditions, supplementation in the methylated form may be necessary. If your brain feels foggy and your body feels drained, consider this. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your cells, starving for what they need to function. Restore the B vitamins, and you might just find that the energy, focus, and clarity you've been chasing were always within you, just waiting to be unlocked. Cravings, especially for sugar or salt, are your body's SOS signals. They're not just about willpower, and they're certainly not about weakness. They are messages. They are coded warnings from your biology saying something is off, I need help. Think about the sugar cravings. That sudden urge for chocolate in the middle of the afternoon, the need for something sweet right after a meal, or that constant grazing at night. It's not just a habit. It often points to blood sugar instability, low magnesium, or even a chromium deficiency. When your cells can't absorb glucose properly, or when your insulin is working overtime to manage spikes and crashes, your body panics. It wants fast fuel. Sugar is the quickest source, but it's a short-term fix with long-term damage. Salt cravings tell a different story. If you constantly reach for salty snacks, it might mean your adrenal glands are under stress. When the adrenal glands are fatigued, usually from chronic stress or poor sleep, they struggle to maintain electrolyte balance, particularly sodium and potassium. The result? You start craving salt because your body is literally trying to hold on to it. You're not broken, you're compensating. These cravings are like a warning light on your dashboard. Ignoring them doesn't make the problem go away. Suppressing them with sheer discipline doesn't fix the root issue. Instead, you've got to ask why they're showing up in the first place. When you crave sugar, your body might be crying out for magnesium, the mineral that helps regulate glucose and insulin. Or it could be a need for healthy fats, because fat satisfies and stabilizes in ways sugar never can. When you crave salt, maybe it's time to replenish your minerals like potassium, sodium, magnesium, especially if you sweat a lot or drink a ton of water without replenishing electrolytes. Instead of fearing cravings, learn to interpret them. They're not the enemy. They're guides. They're your internal compass pointing toward imbalance. The good news? Once you restore those deficiencies, when you nourish the body with the right micronutrients, hydrate properly, balance your meals with protein, fat, and fiber, those cravings begin to fade. Not because you forced them away, but because you no longer need them. The body is satisfied. The alarm stops ringing.